Yeah,
I mean, that was,
right,
that's all she was really wanting to talk about. And I would not be surprised to see a pretty strong correlation between those two.
Anecdotally, there's a correlation. I mean, it makes sense. If you have some nutrition in your belly, you're probably going to be more alert and more awake. But I haven't seen any, hard data on that. I saw Diane Ravitch speak as well kind of recently, and I chased her down afterwards and told her about school breakfast, and I think she got a little freaked out. But it's like something that I'm really fixated on right now, because it's just because it's one of those things where when I brought it up to a deputy chancellor, she actually told this really kind of, I thought, insulting story where she said that one time she went to a school and she saw a kid eating McDonald's in the morning, and she said, "Child, why are you eating McDonald's?" And the kid said, "Ma'am, because it tastes good." And she said, "Don't you understand, Councilman, McDonald's tastes good." And I'm going, "Hey, McDonald's tastes good in Newark, New Jersey, or Detroit, Michigan, or Boston, or Columbus as well, right? But they're doing a lot better job of getting nutritional food to the kids." So that's one thing. Another bill that I have that actually is getting some traction, I think I might actually pass this thing, is supportive of food vendors in New York City. So the way that the current laws are set up on the fine structure, food vendors get ticketed and harassed to the extent where they basically, if they want to remain legal, they get put out of business. Because the way that the fine structure works is this is for non-health related fines, so it's like if you're an extra 2 feet off the curb, or you don't have your license properly displayed, but you have your license, it's just underneath your shirt, or you have your hitch that's not properly put away, or whatever it is. You'll get a ticket, and the first ticket's $50. Second ticket in an unrelated offense is $100. Third ticket is $250. Fourth ticket is $500. Fifth ticket is $750. Sixth ticket is $1,000, and it just is $1,000 over and over again after that. So for something like being more than 18 inches from the curb, or less than 20 feet from a building entrance, these food vendors are getting $1,000 fines, and it just becomes egregious, and they can't renew their license if they own anything. And so, and meanwhile, the city issues $15 million worth of food vendor tickets a year and collects about $700,000 of it because nobody can afford to pay it. So I have a bill in that's going to try to reform that structure, cap the maximum fine at $250, and separate out the fines, just to allow these are mostly immigrant workers coming in, making a living in our city.